on those road conditions remain tough in the area here tonight in many areas. We'll look to see some chilly conditions to kick off our Tuesday. The daytime hours, quiet but chilly. We'll track another round of some snowfall on the way for the evening hours. More on those forecast details related to that snow. That's ahead in your first alert weather. Road conditions continue to remain tough in the area here tonight, and I think how conditions are now, pretty close to what we may experience heading into our Tuesday morning commute. So road conditions here across the board from Mississippi Riverside out towards Mankato and further west. We've been looking at some improvement this morning. Travel not advised. Portions of interstates closed. We have seen good improvement, but there's still a lot of slick spots out there. Compacted snow, very slippery. So you probably noticed there during that evening commute, it was still pretty tough going, especially intersections, entrance and exit ramps. As we look ahead here to the rest of tonight, we're still looking at a chunk of southeast Minnesota that still has a lot of completely covered roadways and seeing a lot of reports of that slush, that compacted snow, mainly causing some icy conditions in the area. So still tough going here heading into tonight and tomorrow morning. A quick recap on some of those local snowfall reports, especially Goodhue and Wabasha counties seeing those highest totals. 25 inches in Kellogg, over 2 feet of snow fell in that direction. Wabasha 22 inches, 19.5 in Lake City, 23 in Mazeppa, 20 in Zumbro Falls and Zumbrota. Austin about 10.9. The Rochester International Airport picking up at 12.4 inches. Portions of Rochester anywhere from around that foot to up to 15 inches. So North Iowa, areas south of I-90, mainly picking up a couple of inches of snow. We saw more mixing south of I-90 here, so that reduced our totals. But anywhere from around 3 to 6 inches is what we saw for snow totals in North Iowa. Sky conditions a lot quieter here tonight. No snow on the horizon here tonight at least, but further off to our northwest, we'll be tracking another low pressure system. A quick clipper is expected to come through Tuesday, so snow again likely heading into Tuesday, arriving mainly after about 5-6 o'clock in the evening. Accumulation is likely, so we will add a little bit more to what we already have in our driveways and yards here heading into our Tuesday. So still anticipate some slick travel when it comes to those road conditions. Minor blowing snow may be possible, especially outside of city limits in those rural and open areas. That's where we'll see the greatest concerns for any potential blowing snow threats. So giving you the first alert to this upcoming system. Timing things out here for the rest of tonight. Overnight skies conditions staying quiet. Temperatures are chilly, though. We'll be sub-zero at one point in time here heading into tomorrow morning. We'll start the clock off here 8 a.m. Some gradual clearing that we saw overnight. Return of the clouds. We'll look to see by the evening hours here for Tuesday. Between about 4 and 6 o'clock in the evening, that snowfall starting. So closer to Mankato by about 4 o'clock, I-35 region by about 5, Rochester region by about 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. Light snow initially, and as we proceed into the evening hours, notice the darker blues. Pockets of more moderate snowfall may be at play heading into the evening hours. Most of the snowfall should be out of here after midnight, so by about 1-2 a.m. done for with snow. Quiet heading into that morning commute and throughout the day on Wednesday, but still tracking some slick conditions because of that snow for that Wednesday morning commute. So looking at snowfall amounts across the area here, notice in the lighter blue, less than an inch is expected. So down towards Mason City, Redwood Falls, Fairmont, Algona, Worthington area, less than an inch of snowfall is expected. Into the mid-colored blue, kind of the milder blue color, we'll look to see potentially upwards of 1 to 3 inches on the higher side. Most of us 1 to 2 inches, but we can't quite rule out maybe some isolated pockets of up to 3 inches in that direction. So as we look forward here, looks like my clicker decided to stop working. Eventually we'll get to the 10-day forecast here. If not, we're just finishing up here on the snowfall graphic. But main thing here, takeaway for the 10-day forecast is going to be that we track that snow chance tomorrow, and we'll look to see warming temperatures throughout the upcoming week. Sunshine 50s on the horizon for those high temperatures by Friday and into Saturday. So the snowfall on the ground may not stick around very long.
Well, that's good. I'm happy to get a little bit higher temperatures coming our way after this doozy of a weekend.
Yes.
Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it.
We are looking ahead to some quiet conditions overnight. However, still anticipate road conditions to be on the tough side heading into that Tuesday morning commute. Looking at your forecast for the area, tracking some chilly temperatures. Highs will be below average in the upper teens to low 20s, and we're tracking another chance for some snow on the way. Giving you the first alert to that upcoming snow chance. I'll have all those latest forecast details in your first alert weather next. And after our weekend blizzard, I have the first alert to another snow chance on the way. Those latest forecast details ahead.
Thanks for staying with us here on your first local late news. The First Alert weather team gave you several days to plan and prepare for our mid-March storm. And those days definitely came in handy. Meteorologist Sarah Gannon joins us here at the desk. And Sarah, with all the words that could be used to describe this latest storm, I'm just going to go with what a storm it was.
That's a lot of words, yeah.
That's more than one, I guess, but enough.
A doozy, that's what I would say. A powerful storm as well. Certainly very messy, another good way to describe this storm, but very impactful here across southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, as this blizzard impacted area-wide here. So we're still cleaning up, taking care of those roads. It's going to be a bit of a little bit of time here before all of those roads are back to normal winter driving conditions. Neighborhood roads are tough, intersections, entrance ramps, exit ramps under those highways and freeways, tough as well. But little by little, things are improving. You can see here with this road conditions map this morning, everyone was in the purple pretty much, if not closed. So travel was not advised this morning. Now here for the evening commute, we've been seeing improvement. You can see more blues, more greens back on the map, indicating green is normal winter driving conditions, purple or blue is partially covered, and then we have a cluster of pink here in portions of southeast Minnesota where we're considered completely covered, and a lot of those roads have compacted snow on there, so it's almost like a layer of ice because as you drive those tires over that snow repeatedly, it just continues to compact itself, and because of how moisture dense this snow was this time around, compacted snow will become a problem. It's a little bit harder to get cleaned up, and it'll take some time. But hey, March blizzard a little bit different than one we'd see in January or February. Sky conditions clear and quiet here across southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. Off to our northwest, keeping an eye on a low pressure system. That's our next clipper system set to impact the area as we head into tomorrow. So here is that first alert for you on what you need to know with this upcoming snow chance. Tuesday evening, likely for some snowfall on the way. Mainly after 5-6 o'clock, we'll see that snowfall arriving. Accumulation is likely, and we'll still see some slick roads, tough travel conditions here tonight into tomorrow morning. And we'll look to see maybe even some minor blowing snow. We'll take a look here at more of those forecast details coming up in just a bit.
A lot of exciting things coming up for us here, but always good to look back and see just exactly what we got and making sure it's all real.
Yeah, a lot of snow to clean up.
All right, Sarah, thank you.
And we're looking at a quiet night here for the region, a break from the snow before our next wave. However, a bit of a chilly start to our Tuesday is on the way. We'll see some sub-zero temperatures and wind chill values. So bundle up heading out the door Tuesday and plan on a slow and slick morning commute. A lot of compacted snow still left on those roadways. I'll have the first alert to some snow on the way for Tuesday night. That's ahead in your forecast. Well, at least we managed some sunnier conditions throughout today, but hey, really tough road conditions here across the board. But I've got to say, looking at this map now compared to this morning, big difference. There's still a lot of trouble spots on those roads, especially when we get down to the neighborhoods and to each individual town. Each town seeing those conditions a little bit differently, especially depending on how much snow your town did or didn't see. Looking at those road conditions here in the area, still some good improvement, as I mentioned. Still some areas of some pink, especially here in portions of southeast Minnesota, completely covered roadways, but a lot of blues now and even some greens populating the map as well. Those blues, partially covered roadways, green, normal winter driving conditions. Notice here a lot of those pinks confined to Wabasha, Winona, portions of Goodhue County, Olmsted County, Fillmore and Mauer, even into Dodge County as well. Completely covered roadways there in the pink. We've seen a lot of compacted snow still sitting on those roads, so it is tough looking out there tonight. As we head into the overnight hours, still expecting to see some impactful impacts to those travel conditions. So keeping this in the red category, impactful when it comes to travel here overnight, especially as we look towards rural areas. We have the compacted snow on a lot of those roads still. We'll see some wind gusts up towards about 25 to 35 miles per hour tonight, so some blowing snow may be a concern in those rural and open areas. Maybe a little bit of improvement heading into Tuesday.
To help you plan for changing weather conditions, we welcome in meteorologist Sarah Gannon, now here tonight at 10. And you're looking at road conditions. What are they looking at like at this hour, Sarah?
Hey, Brock, I've been keeping an eye on road conditions since yesterday when this storm moved in, keeping an eye on that all throughout the blizzard yesterday into the evening, this morning, and covering you here this evening. So that evening commute, very, very rough. I want to show you here this road condition map, a lot different than what it looked like this morning. We had travel not advised, stretches of interstates closed this morning. This evening, some good improvement, but there's still some progress to be made. A lot more blues and greens populating the map, but notice here in far southeast Minnesota, Olmsted, Wabasha, Winona, portions of Fillmore, Mower, and into Dodge County, even into Goodhue County, still seeing some pockets of completely covered roadways. A lot of compacted snow on the road still, so very icy conditions. Continue to use extra caution on those roads tonight and into tomorrow morning. Likely your morning commutes will be similar to tonight. Sky conditions very clear and quiet out here this evening. Things giving us a break, but we are looking off to the northwest already, looking at another system on the way, a Clipper system set to arrive later tomorrow. So here's your first alert. Here's what you need to know. Snow likely for Tuesday, arriving just in time for that evening commute after about 5-6 o'clock in the evening. And again, accumulation is likely. We are expecting those slick travel to continue here, not only for your Tuesday morning, following up from our blizzard, but we are looking to see those slick roads continue with that falling snow tomorrow evening and likely into that Wednesday morning commute. Maybe even a little bit more blowing snow, especially in those rural areas. So Brock, you and I, we're going to have to be really safe on those roads heading back home tonight.
Yeah, when you have something like what we are coming off of, it just doesn't go away like that.
No, especially not with that compacted snow.
Yeah. All right, Sarah, we appreciate you. Thank you.
And I know road conditions have been pretty tough out there across the region here in the past 24 to 36 hours. We're still looking to see a little bit more of some tough conditions through Tuesday, potentially extending even into Wednesday. So anticipate that Tuesday morning commute to be on the slow and slippery side. A lot of that compacted snow still on the roadways. Dry conditions throughout your Tuesday. Chilly, though. Plus, I have the first alert to our next snow chance on the way. And yes, more accumulation is expected. We'll talk more about those forecast details ahead in your first alert weather.
Weather with meteorologist Sarah Gannon.
Road conditions remain tough out there this evening, but we've seen some really good improvements since this morning and, of course, yesterday with those blizzard conditions. A lot of rural areas may still see the potential for some blowing snow here overnight into that morning commute. So looking at road conditions here, much of southern Minnesota, northern Iowa, seeing blues indicating partially covered roadways, some green back on the map as well, indicating normal winter driving conditions. However, there's still a part of southeast Minnesota that still has a lot of pink in the area, and that's completely covered roadways. You can see through Wabasha, Winona, Fillmore, Olmsted, even into portions of Dodge, Goodhue, and Mower County here this evening. Still looking at completely covered roadways. A lot of compacted snow on those roads, and that's going to make for some very slick conditions. And I noticed just around here in Rochester, some roads you get a little chunk of pavement that you can see the pavement, and then you continue on with more of that compacted snow. So just really take it easy on those roads overnight and for that morning commute as well. Kind of what you had tonight, I think that's probably close to what we'll see heading into tomorrow morning's commute. So looking at impacts here when it comes to travel overnight and into Tuesday. Overnight here, I still expect to see some impactful travel issues here for the area. Still some blowing snow possible in rural areas, as we could be looking at gusts nearing 25 to 35 miles per hour. And of course, all of that compacted snow on the roads as well. Looking at your Tuesday travel, we'll still look at some slick roads, maybe a little blowing snow heading into tomorrow. So dry conditions during the daytime hours, just those road conditions are tough, but we'll look to still see some moderate impacts heading into Tuesday night as we look to add a fresh layer of snow with some light snow on the way for Tuesday evening. Looking at future track radar, pretty quiet here for tonight, clearing sky, but I do have the first alert to that upcoming snow chance tomorrow. So a brief break here tonight, but snow is looking likely for Tuesday, expected to arrive just in time for that evening commute after about 5-6 o'clock in the evening, and accumulations are likely. Good thing, though, on the lighter end here this time around. Travel conditions, though, will still stay slick, as I mentioned, heading into Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday morning's commute, maybe some minor blowing snow possible as well. Let's put things into motion here tonight with future track. We'll look at those clear, quiet sky here for the area. Even as we wake up, chilly temperatures near zero, if not just below zero, and those sub-zero air temperatures. Wind chill values tomorrow could be sub-zero into the teens in many locations as well. So bundle up as you head out the door. Watch here as we head through Tuesday during the daytime hours. Cloud cover increasing. Snow chances starting to arrive on the I-35 corridor by about 5 o'clock. Rochester area closer to about 6 o'clock, but some lighter snow is expected. Notice that we could be looking at some blues, darker blues popping in there, indicating more moderate snowfall possible as we continue into Tuesday evening. Good news is, though, most of the snow should be out of here just after midnight, crossing over the Mississippi Riverside into Wisconsin by about 2 a.m. So heading into that Wednesday morning commute will be snow-free. However, we'll have that fresh layer of snow on top of still more of those tough conditions that may still linger around into Wednesday. Totals, as I mentioned, should stay on the minor side. Notice towards Mason City, maybe about 1 to 2 inches, a little bit less further west, but most of the area should be looking at about 1 to 2 inches of snowfall total here when all is said and done. Maybe some isolated pockets up to about 3 inches on the high side closer to the Mississippi Riverside. So still another 1 to 3 inches of snowfall may be possible. Notice here in the 10-day forecast, no first alert days on the way. Some good news there as we look to see a quieter stretch of weather settling in for the late week and especially heading into this weekend. Temperatures continue to climb here, moving past tomorrow. 40s, some 50s even possible by Friday and Saturday, and several more rain. Excuse me, I'm just so snow focused lately. We're talking about sun. Sun is on the way for the late week and this weekend. I've got snow on the brain from covering
You've had a busy weekend. I get it. Hey, we also want to mention school delays also are coming in at the bottom of your screen in communities that were heaviest hit. So we'll keep that in mind for the morning as well, Sarah. Thank you so much.
Still looking ahead to some tough road conditions heading into that Tuesday morning commute. Then a little bit more snow on the way for Tuesday evening into the early overnight hours. And finally looking forward to more sunshine and 40s, even a chance at some 50s for those high temperatures by Friday and into Saturday. Nice stretch of weather just in time for the weekend. That fresh fallen snow that we have on the ground may not last too long heading into this warm and more seasonal stretch. And that's another look here at that 10-day forecast. Nathan? Let's take one more look at that 10-day forecast here. We are looking ahead to some sunshine, some warmth on the way. We just have to get through another chilly day. So we're, of course, cleaning up from our weekend blizzard. Another chance of snow on the way here for your Tuesday evening. Should be arriving 5, 6 o'clock in the evening. So kind of right in time there with that evening commute. Things much quieter heading into Wednesday. High temperatures will be into those lower 40s and temps just continue to step up, climbing mid to upper 40s here by Thursday. 50s on the horizon Friday and into Saturday. And a nice quiet stretch of weather. Some nice sunshine, really looking quite fabulous. We'll be above that freezing point. So the snow, the fresh snowpack that we have on the ground now, probably not sticking around super duper long, but the snow piles, those are massive. Those might stick around a little bit longer.
They certainly might do just that. Hey, a big thank you to you and Nick and Ted and Derek. You guys have knocked it out of the park. So on behalf of everyone in Southeast Minnesota and Northeast Iowa, that is why we turn to you. So well done, team. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. Good night.